Hey everybody, it's Rachel from Wraps by Rachel, and I just finished this journal for my colleague Carolina. She is a really sweet, cute person. She's just always pleasant and always has a little smile on her face, and it's just really quite delightful. She is going to be having a baby, so we are having a baby shower for her in just a couple of days at our hospital, and I made this journal for her. She told me, because I asked, what is your favorite color? And she said she loves all of the greens. So I have lots and lots of greens. This cover that I made with some fabric that I got from my friend Mike Angleton. And this journal, if I flip this up, hang on one second. So we have, if you can see, there's like 4 different signatures that are sewn in with a 5-hole. And now let's go ahead and open this up, and she can like tie this ribbon on in any way that she wants. And I'm trying to do this all with one hand, so it's going to make things a little bit challenging here today. Clearly making everything challenging. Okay, here we go. So here we have it. We have the some of the pregnancy stuff. She can use this as like a pregnancy journal, that sort of thing. And I think basically here at the beginning is the only place that I kind of put the pregnancy stuff. We also have baby here. So as I said, we have lots of different kinds of greens. We have lots of different pockets, different cards. Here, this is the only page that it's not predominantly green, but still goes with the theme. Lots of different kinds of papers that are in here. I kept this fairly simple. A little tag right there. Lots and lots of greens. This is a little ribbon that I glued down. I've got different washi tapes and some grass washi. I just got that kind of recently. Same thing with that lemon. And kind of flipping through here. So this is the back of like a card that I glued to the tea thing. And so I have a little bit of what I call putting the junk back in the junk journal. This is some vintage wrapping paper that I came across in my travels. This one I made it into a pocket, so we have like the little green card and some paper. Some of the cuts from some paper that we have elsewhere. We have a vintage card here and the little belly bands. Little postcard. There's the paper that came off of with the green roses. This I cut off of a vintage card. So I wanted to give her a lot of space to be able to either, this is from a card game. Wanted to give her a lot of space to either do as this is a ribbon pregnancy journal, or to be able to put like mementos and keepsakes from her son who is going to be born. I think he's due over the next like 3-4 weeks. Another vintage card that I glued down. This is from a magazine. A little vintage card. Little pocket with some like little puppies on a card. Another little card. This is from a game. So I just ran the gamut with all the different kinds of colors and fun prints and different kinds of washi tape. I kind of did some with pulling it over. I used the Cracked Pistachio Distress ink to kind of take some of the white off of some of these pages. This card, I did a little punch so that you could tell that it was a lift up, so that there's just more journaling space. And then there's a little card in there. This is more putting the junk back in the junk journal. I just loved the colors on there, and I thought it went really well with that paper. Same thing with this little green dog that was part of the label for a water bottle. And, oops, not too far there. So I have like a little vintage card. I tried to match the washi with, you know, whatever colors were sort of going on. Here's like just more papers and like a little green card from like a little kids game. There's a postcard, Norman Rockwell. This is actually from a container of like a seltzer water, and then I made it into like a little sort of flip up. Some little die cuts. A little card, and I think she's really gonna love all these colors. I think she's gonna love the washi that says things like "Oh, happy day," and some of it says beautiful, things like that. This is a card that I glued down, vintage card, another vintage card that I glued down. It's like, "You are beautiful." Like a little card game. That's from a game called Set. I vaguely remember just the other part of that little, it was a cucumber melon, sparkling water. We got that from it. And this is I'm trying to do this with one hand here. Little flip ups, there's even more writing space. Put this here just because, as I said, I'm trying to do this with one hand and we're getting towards the end, so a little card. This is the last signature here. Another little vintage card. Another little vintage card. This is from like a magazine, and you'll see a little bit later why I specifically chose this. And this is a little vintage card that I glued down right there, and it lifts up so you have more writing space. Little belly bands. Lots and lots of elements for her. This little green frog. So this is the back side of a little bag that I put in here with the signature. And here's the bag. And she can stuff the little things in there. So it's just kind of proving that that actually made like a little pocket. Sorry for my stapler thing. If I had my little tripod down here, I wouldn't have to do this. So, okay. So as you can see, this was from something where you were supposed to cut something out and then fold it into like a little origami thing, but the shape of it really just lined up with this peacock. See? Kind of lines up with my aesthetic and my sense of humor. And on the back page here, the very back cover page, I was having a problem with the covering. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'd used a tissue paper, and I had used this glue, this little glue stick that's a purple glue stick that's supposed to fade to just a clear. And for whatever reason, this is the first time this has ever happened, and maybe it has something to do with the tissue paper, I don't know. But this tissue paper, and you can see the purple it never turned clear. So it just looked yucky, and I'm like, oh, I have to put something here. So then I glued this vintage card down. Anyhow, that is the end of the book, and I hope Carolina really likes that.